Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Back again with another episode of Follow My Voice with me, your horrendously hirsute host, Alan Potashik. I hope you're all safe and well and staying sane in 2020 Part 2. I know we're all hoping for something better than last year, and thus far all signs have been to the contrary, but hang in there, guys, we'll get there. I've now done two, possibly even three by the time this video goes out, sessions of my voice actor for beginners classes over Zoom with the City Lit. They're going fantastically. So far, I've learned some great breathing techniques, some fantastic relaxation techniques, literally everything but the actual vocal work at the moment, which I'm pretty stoked about because it's given me a good idea of all of the peripheral stuff before we actually get to the voice itself. I've also got a couple of other things in the pipeline that I'm thinking of doing, a couple of recordings that I'm hoping to share with you guys at some point. My foolproof plan for success did not in fact factor in lockdown getting greenlit for a third series, so my acting classes have had to be postponed until, well, April, tentatively speaking. Not that that looks too hopeful at the moment anyway. And if that's the worst that 2021 has to offer, I say bring it on. It's a minor inconvenience at best and will potentially delay my plans by just a couple of months. Still intend to do a number of classes, still intend to record my voice reel at some point this year, hopefully. So yeah, I'll keep you updated with that as well. Right, so that's the update out of the way. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the resources that I've come across that have helped me so far with this journey into voice acting. I've had a number of people approaching me recently, online of course, not in real life, because that's not something we do anymore. A lot of people have expressed the desire to do the same. They say it's something that they've always wanted to do as well. And they've asked me to share with them a couple of the resources that I've come across that might help them out. So I thought I'd do a quick video based on a few of the books, podcasts, things like that I've come across that really helped me so far, and hopefully will help anyone else who's looking into doing the same. So you're looking to do something a bit different. Perhaps some kindly passerby has pointed out to you that you have a certain talent that you didn't realise you had. What's the first thing you're going to do? Well, if you're anything like me, you're probably not going to do anything for a good few years. You know, in my day job in the NHS, I had a number of people coming up to me and saying, "Oh, you've got a great voice. You should do something with that." Of course, I brushed it off, just assumed that voice acting in general was just something that other people did, more talented people. Recently, however, what with the current situation, I've gotten to thinking, well, why not me? You know, I mean, there's plenty of people who do it and they all start somewhere. So I figure, yeah, let's give it a go. So what's the first thing you're going to do? Well, like some crazed conspiracy theorist, I'm going to tell you that the first thing you need to do is your research. Yes, the internet is full of plenty of tips and advice to help you on your way to become just about anything. You do have to be careful about the sites that you're looking at, of course. I would definitely recommend looking at a few different ones. For me, for voice acting in particular, sites like Gravy for the Brain, voices.com, showreel.com as well have been very, very useful. And it's just useful to sort of weigh up a lot of different sites to see what they're all saying, see if there are any common threads. Especially where it comes to buying equipment for home studios and finding any books or any other resources that you need. They all have different recommendations, so it's good to scope out a few different areas. Podcasts. Podcasts, of course, are a fantastic resource for just about anything. There's a podcast about just about any subject that you could think of. One of the ones that has helped me out the most has been Mike Lenn's Voice, A Journey into Voice Acting, which is an absolutely fantastic format. Every week, or every month rather, he has a different guest speaker on. They talk about their introduction into voice acting, how they first got into it, and a number of hurdles that they've encountered along the way and how they've overcome them. And they always wrap up with their number one key piece of advice for anyone who's looking to get into the voice acting world, which is, as you can imagine, fantastically useful. There are a number of books as well that I've found incredibly informative. One such that I've found incredibly useful is this one, The Art of Voice Acting by James Alberger. It was recommended to me by someone in the business, and it's practically a Bible of voice acting. It's got everything in there from character creation, studio creation, how to run a business, how to market yourself. It's incredibly dense and in places a little Americanized, but it's an absolutely fantastic resource for anyone who's looking to get into the business, which I hope will be me. Another fantastic book that I don't have to hand at the moment because it's on my Kindle is The Excellent Voiceover Voice Actor by Yuri Lowenthal and Tara Platt. Probably my favourite one so far. Again, it gives you everything that you might need to know starting out as a voice actor. And it's just written in a very fun and informative style by two people who really know what they're talking about. And you'll find out what I'm talking about a little bit later on, but no spoilers. So with that said, there's something I've been wanting to share with you. It's something I've just recently been working on. It's a new part of the show I like to call I Know That Voice. And it actually marks my first official recording that I'm putting out there, actually using the microphone and my setup and everything to record what I suppose is my first voiceover on this channel. So, scary times. I hope you enjoy it. Here it is. Hello there, all of my beautiful lockdown lovelies, and welcome to the first of many instalments of a little section that I like to call I Know That Voice. Yes, the world of voice acting is rich and diverse, with actors applying their seemingly endless talents to wildly different characters. And if you're like me and find yourself reaching for Google every time a certain voice tickles your brain just so you can find out where you've heard it before, then fear not, gentle listener, for I am here to help. Yes, I will be delving the depths of coincidence to discover some surprising similarities between beloved characters in order to highlight the incredible range possessed by the best that voice acting has to offer. And what better way to start than with the two authors of The Excellent Voiceover Voice Actor. Boasting over 1,000 acting credits between them, it's husband and wife tag team extraordinaire, Yuri Lowenthal and Tara Platt. Back in the heady pre-apocalypse times of 2018, Sony and Insomniac Games brought us the outstanding Marvel's Spider-Man, sparing us another rehash of an origin story, and for once allowing Uncle Ben to rest undisturbed, Insomniac instead decided to focus on a 23-year-old Peter Parker, currently working as a research assistant for one Dr. Otto Octavius, everyone's favourite psychotic cephalopod. Featuring Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker himself and Tara Platt, curiously, as Captain Yuri Watanabe, it was released to universal critical acclaim. The game, in short, was excellent, taking all of the best of Spidey's long history and delivering a story that, although sometimes predictable, looking at you Octavius, truly provided a blockbuster cinematic experience to rival even the MCU. The tried and tested combat system, so reminiscent of 2004's Spider-Man 2, ensured that the action was on point. But where the game truly excelled was in its quieter, more emotional moments. Delivered with weight and painful credibility by the entire cast, the struggle between great power and responsibility had rarely felt more real. Platt's turn as an NYPD captain willing to do whatever it takes to protect the city, playing fantastically against the cocky vigilante that she chooses to trust, shows an undeniable chemistry between the actors, as one would well expect. Indeed, Lowenthal's perfect balance between the swagger of Spider-Man and the vulnerable human nature of Peter Parker was enough to earn him a nomination at the 2018 Game Awards. So where else might you have heard these voices? Do we have any anime fans in the audience tonight? Show of hands. That's right, I see you lurking back there. Well, this dynamic duo have also made quite the names for themselves across a wide range of English dubs for popular anime series. Shows such as Bleach, Gundam, Sailor Moon, Digimon, Afro Samurai and Hellsing have all benefited from Platt and Lowenthal's vocal talents. Perhaps most famously though, the show that spawned the world's most impractical running style, Naruto. Voicing fan-wielding Tamari Nara and moody ninja edgelord Sasuke Uchiha, proving once again that the couple that anime together stay together. Of course, I couldn't end this video without a special mention of what I consider to be one of the most consistently brilliant trilogies in gaming. 2003 brought with it an updated reboot of the classic Jordan Mechner Prince of Persia series, The Sands of Time. The game was exceptionally well received, scooping up all manner of game awards, and introduced us to Lowenthal's take on the prince himself in his earliest video game role, providing the dry and sarcastic wit that cemented the prince as one of gaming's most beloved icons.
The role would end up shifting to the marvellous Robin Atkin-Downes for 2004's follow-up The Warrior Within, which saw the prince experimenting with his goth phase, before returning to Lowenthal, much to the fans' delight, for the conclusion of the Sans trilogy, The Two Thrones. With the recent announcement from Ubisoft of a remake of The Sands of Time prompting some to wonder how such a great game can possibly be improved upon, it's reassuring to know that Lowenthal is returning to the role to ensure that we'll once again be getting the prince that we all know and love.
So there we have it. That's it for another month, guys. Thanks for stopping by and checking out my latest video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff. And I will see you again next month, where I'll be having a little look at some of the equipment that I've come across that I'm using currently. Equipment like the bits and pieces I used to record that last section. And yeah, stay safe, stay well, stay healthy, stay sane. And I'll look forward to seeing you next month. Thanks again for following my voice.